Today's reading is going to be a pick a card asking the question, what do we need to know about the current emotions of our partner? So take a moment and meditate on which pile it is that you resonate with the most, keeping in mind the timelines are lining up with the piles as well. So timeline number 1 is going to be starting to recognize and work through the best choices in your life. Timeline number 2 is going to be more of a need to recognize and change things in your life. And pile number 3 is going to be more great changes that you embrace and really stepping stepping into the power of your spiritual journey. So take a moment. The timestamps will be down below as well, so you can go to the group that resonates with you the most. So we're going to start out with pile number 1. And again, we are asking the question, what do we need to know about the current emotions of our partner? And the energies that are surrounding this reading are relating to the energies of stagnancy. And so if you've been feeling with your partner that there's something that needs to get unstuck, that is what this is going to talk about. So we have the 10 of Cups, and the energy surrounding this couple is very bright and vibrant. You can see there's animals around them and children as well. So it's really showing a sense of vibrancy is really what your partner wants to feel with you. And it's up to you how to move the venture forward, because what we have is the Tower card. And the Tower card really means a great sense of upheaval and change in our lives. And you can see, though, in this particular Tower card, the lightning is coming down from above, and it's really starting to show messages coming through that were hidden, really starting to come to the surface, and the sun is starting to come out. So it's really releasing those things that needed to be let go of in your relationship in order to move things forward. And then we have the Sun card. And the Sun card is one of the most powerful and amazing cards in the deck. And it really lets you know that there's a bright future ahead and that things are starting to transform after a period of stagnancy where things needed to be let go of, that you're really starting to see growth and encouragement and forward movement will be coming in the relationship as well. And then we have the King of Wands, as I said that. And the King of Wands is a man who's really ready to step up. And you can see this is a card of transformation. We have on the left a lion who is kind of snarling, versus on the right he looks calm. And you can see the transformation that has happened there. And that's really what this King of Wands and why they wanted this deck for this reading, is because it's showing that there's a transformation in your partner's feelings for you. That what ultimately you wanted was the 10 of Cups with them. And the 10 of Cups can mean a union, it can mean a joyous party, but what it's really showing is what you wanted was a happy family with them, whatever that may look like for you. And it doesn't have to be the traditional style of family, but what you wanted was a happy future with them. And what needed to happen was a letting go of the things in their life in order to move things forward and see a brighter future. And so their feelings for you have really transformed and over time. And we have the Magician, as we say, transform. And the Magician is showing us that it's really about you harnessing the energies. You can see in this card specifically, it is the energies of the heavens, and there's also energies of the earth. And the Magician is about awakening to a higher level of consciousness, healing your karma and your energy potential, and manifesting your desires by bringing the energies of both worlds into reality. And I think this card illustrates that well. And it's really about coming into a greater sense of alignment within your partner that has allowed him to be able to move forward and transform who he was. And then we have the High Priestess. And this card is showing us a web. And it's showing us that there's been a web of things that had maybe kept you stuck in the past. Things that were not all bright and wonderful. If you look at the crown on her head, to me it almost looks like a skull. And what it's showing is that you have found your center. You have found the brightness within yourself that has allowed you to expand and to bring forth a greater sense of knowledge that has allowed you to start to unravel the web that has been around you. And then we have the Six of Wands energy. And the Six of Wands energy talks about that as well. And it's really about rising above challenges. And you can see there's a horse shrouded in sparkles, stars, jumping over a field of flowers. And it's really showing you rising above challenges and really reaching towards a higher level of consciousness and awareness within yourself. So pile number 1 is really illustrating for us that there was a period of time where what you wanted wasn't really coming to fruition. And there was a great deal of things that had to be let go of in order to move into the happiness that you wanted. His feelings had to evolve in a different way. And it was through you harnessing the energy to be able to really transform the web that had been woven around you in order to overcome those challenges. So let's look at the unicorns. Okay. And so we want to know more about the emotional side of the relationship, the emotions that are running through you and around you and what it is. And what we're seeing is that he's feeling a sense of happiness and prosperity, and we have a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. And it's really showing us the sense of abundance, right? And so he's really feeling like you are a gift, and that you bring him a great sense of security and abundance in his life. So then we talk about the energy surrounding the relationship, and we have the card of healer. And this is, you have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. And this one is showing us that he really is recognizing that you have done a lot of work to heal yourself, to heal from the things that had happened in your relationship in the past. And it doesn't have to be dramatic, but anything that has happened to you in your life and your relationships, you really started to, going along with the High Priestess, to unravel the web that was there that was keeping you stuck and the energy stagnant in order to move things forward and to heal things within yourself. And it's really about that sense of eagerness to be with you that we're sensing now, that his emotions have transformed into a state of wanting to be with you, of feeling and sensing your energy around him, and a more welcoming environment within you that he can feel safe in knowing that there is a sense of forgiveness, not in anything that happened was okay. And this may be resonating differently depending on what type of relationship you're in, whether it's a committed relationship, a marriage, a new relationship, but it's really talking about the cycles and everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. And it's really helping yourself to understand that there were many cycles that you went through, either in past relationships or in this relationship, in order to get to the state that you are now, and to be in a greater state of amazement within yourself, to be able to understand the emotions that you're feeling, and to sense your partner's emotions, and to really start to understand what they're feeling now is a sense of gratitude and understanding of things that have happened in the past, and a sense of wanting to be with you on a deeper level. All right, so thank you for that. So now we're going to go to pile number 2, and or timeline number 2. And timeline number 2 is in a timeline where there's more energies typically that need to be worked through and recognized within yourself. So again, we're asking the question, what do we need to know about the current emotions of our partner as well? And how can things change in the future, and how? So we have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. And the Hierophant energy in this deck is pretty magnificent. And you can see there's a bird there with messages and the energies of the earth. And the crown chakra of this figure is really opening. You can see the stars coming out at the top of their head. And it's really showing a connection to another world. And so the energies that are there at the base of the reading are a need to really let go of the things that have been entangled in your life. Entangled in, we have sort of a web there, or a maze. And to really start to connect more to the higher consciousness, connecting to your higher self as well. So if you are in search of the energies of being guided by your spirit team, by your higher self, it's really about looking within and doing the practices that can help you get there, like meditations. You can find a link to my healing channel in my About section as well, and how it is that you can start to follow processes like meditation, like mindfulness, and the different things that you can do to really start to change your thought processes and the ways that you're thinking about yourself, your partner, and your relationship. And we have the Knight of Wands. And so this reading is showing us that in the past there may have been some energy more, I like to say friends with benefits rather than player energy. And it's really just the energy of wanting sexual conquest over building deep relationships with another. And so it's really about letting go of the need to have that fiery energy constantly at play, and seeking the attention from others, and letting go of that energy. And by letting go of that energy, you have the opportunity to come into a greater union with someone. Because when the energies are of multiple partners, or not of being in a committed relationship, it's all about energy. That's what tarot is. It's about reading the energy around you. And in this particular energy, it's about understanding that any time that you are allowing multiple partners in your life, you're blocking a committed relationship, a union, and a true love commitment with another. And any time for any relationship that you've had, that you haven't set a strong boundary about what that person is to you, and that you are just friends, or maybe it's at a point where even being friends is maybe beyond what it should be. And letting go of the energies of the past and what they had been to you, or the potential that was there, or what they thought maybe the potential was there, and really being clear that all that you desire is friends or acquaintances or whatever it may be that makes sense for each relationship. But anytime that you have multiple energies of multiple partners in any way, whether it's a sexual way, whether you're texting multiple people, I'm getting someone is living with someone else and expecting that the partner that they really want is going to come into their life. And that's going to make it really difficult, because you can't be living with one person saying, yeah, I like them pretty well, let's see how this goes. But what I really want is something that a partner that's going to commit to me and share my same passions and desires, and want to go to the places that I want to go to, want to eat at the places that I want to eat at, want to go to the events that I want to go to, the diamond that I want he would buy me, where this one that I see coming is probably not that I would really want. And I know I like it pretty well. I'm comfortable here. I'm in a relationship. I don't really want to let that go. Anytime that's where you're staying, you're blocking the true Ten of Cups energy from coming into your life. Because anytime you're in that relationship, whether it's that you hook up or you meet them out at the bar every few months, it doesn't matter, because that energy is letting them know that they are a potential partner in some way. And that energy can block a true love partner, especially one that's a high value partner. So keep that in mind, of the energies surrounding you and how things truly start to affect your relationship. So what we have here is the outcome, and that's the Tower card. That because you were allowing multiple partners or multiple prospects in any way and to be in your life, you were blocking the true love that you truly desired in your heart. And the reality is that you're going to have to let go of the things that are no longer serving you. And if you don't, then they will fall out of your life in a way that it is not as joyous as you would want. So when you fall in line and let go of the things and the behaviors, and you're working towards cultivating your own personality traits to be able to move you forward in a new and better way, then you avoid Tower moments. But if you don't, that's where the Tower moments truly come from. All right, so let's get a clarifier here. Okay, so what we're going to do, so that was kind of the lesson of the energy, but I know what you really want to know is your current partner, and what they want to know. And what I'm getting is what are the potentials of your future partner as well. So when we look at this, I want one card off the bottom. The koala spirit has a plan. I love it. So there is a plan. And so what that has to do with is changing future paths. And when we talk about that, we're really talking about timelines. And what timelines really are choices. And it has to do with your choices and how you're lining up with them. And when you are following your highest intention to the highest of your ability, in every way possible, in every way that you can, then you're really following your highest timeline. And that is the plan that Spirit has for you, is to follow what you know needs to happen. And if you're in a relationship that isn't committed, or that you haven't talked about the future of your relationship and you have moved beyond, the light just went out too, I noticed. You have moved beyond just a casual getting to know each other stage, and you're starting to get into an intimate relationship. Well, that's where you really have to take the time and define the relationship. You owe it to yourself. And so if that's not something that you have done in the past, that's what you're being urged to do, is to really define your relationship so that there's no relationship setting out there that anyone is confused about who they might be to you. if you're married, you can't be having relationships with another person in your life that you are flirting with or letting them think that there's some sort of romantic connection. It's simply not going to yield you the results in your marriage that you're looking for. And so somebody needed to hear that. And the same thing goes with any sort of commitment, whether or not it's a marriage or you're living together or you're building a life together, or that's what you want. Make sure you have the conversation about what it is that you want and that you make it clear, that you have built boundaries in yourself and cultivated that. And then, for what it is that you stand for, what it is that you want, because you have to have built that within yourself in order to bring about the relationship that you truly desired. And you want to show the universe that you believe that you're enough to have the relationship that you want. We have the koi fish spirit, there is always enough. And then when you show the universe by every interaction that you have, by every person that you're interacting with, what it is that you truly desire, then they can truly bring that to you. But when you're interacting in a relationship that isn't what you want, and you continue to do that, you're letting the universe know that you're okay with that. So time to heal is showing us that there may have been sneaky things that you were doing or that others were doing to you in the past. And it's time to heal that. It's time to let that go. Any of the behaviors that were backstabbing, or unreal and untrue to who you are as your authentic self. To really let go of the times that you didn't speak your truth. To let go of the times that you didn't allow others to show you who they truly were, or that you didn't speak what it was that you truly wanted. To let go of all the serpent tongue things that you may have done or said, and to let those be in the past, and to truly anchor in the words within yourself that you truly desire. And then we have a time to collaborate, because when you talk about the ants, they are all working together. And so when you can bring all the pieces together, your thoughts, your words, your actions, your desires, into one place, then you can allow Spirit to truly work in your life and bring you what it is that you truly want. So what I'm getting is the partner that you're with, and some of you are saying, I don't have a partner. I want to know how my future partner feels about me. And that is a choice. So if you're resonating with pile number 2, your future partner feels like they can get away with having multiple partners with you and one-night stands and easy, intimate relationships with you, because that's what you've set the standard as. So what they're feeling is that you will allow whatever it is that they want to do. So what you're being asked here is that the kind of relationship that you want? And there's no judgment in it. If that is the type of relationship that you want and you desire multiple partners, I would just encourage you to be upfront about that. Because if you desire that in your life, and that's how you've chosen to work through your karma and live your life, then I would encourage you to be truthful and to be honest with your partners about that. Because when you're honest with your partners about that, that allows them to make a choice. So if it is that you just want to play the field and mess around and really not settle down at this time, then you want to make that clear to your partner. And just know that if that's with the energy that you're letting out there, that's likely the energy that you're attracting as well. And so if that is what you want, then I would just encourage you to be truthful about it at this energy set. If it isn't, then let the universe know that that is not what you want and set it aside so that you can truly start to really release the energies that are no longer serving you and let go of those past things that you were doing in order to start to manifest the true union that you desire. Because the person that you have available to come into your life, the plan that Spirit has for you is a true love union. If that is not where you're at, be clear with them about that and let them know what it is that you want. And I would encourage you to be truthful about that. But if you do want a true love union, I see a true man coming forward. They're showing me the man on the horse that was jumping over the flowers in the pile number 1, that he is out there. And he is one who would love and cherish and support you. And it's simply by allowing yourself to transcend your own karma by behaving differently. And that's really what it is. The energies within you, by releasing those, it is easier when you're doing any sort of energy work to then make those decisions in a different way. But it's really about reacting differently. Right? So anytime that you have a choice, choose the energetic path that makes sense and is true to what you truly desire and what it is that you really want. And if you're just dating people that you feel meh about, which is what I'm kind of feeling from this group, then you need to be clear about that. And anytime you're staying in a relationship like that, that isn't giving you everything that you want, you're letting the universe know that you're all right with that and that that's the path that you're still on and the lesson that you're still working through. So the message from Spirit is to let go of the idea of the path that you were building for yourself, that you were struggling through, that you were working through on your own, and to truly try to embrace the path that Spirit has laid out for you by letting go of any preconceptions of what your partner needed to look like, what your life needed to look like, and what any future partners really had to have, be that wealth or status or family or features, to let that go and to truly embrace the partner that could be coming into your life. I'm getting the red-haired man again, to embrace that your partner may have a different hair color, a different feature, or something like that, in something obscure. He may not have the eye color that you truly saw the man of your dreams as having. He may not drive the car that you thought that he was going to, but to really open yourself up to a partner who is willing to love you and help you learn how to love yourself and go through life's journey with someone who is really able and willing to support you and help you on your healing path to learning how to love yourself and spread love to others more. All right, so that's pile number 2. Hopefully that resonated with you. Let me know in the comments if any of that made sense. So now we're moving on to pile number 3. And pile number 3 is still asking the question, what do we need to know about the current emotions of our partner? And what can change in the future and how as well? So the question is, how do they feel? But what we really want to know is, how are they coming forward towards you? I'm getting for this pile, and we have the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups energies is really showing, sorry, when I've channeled this card, and I was traditionally learning tarot, I learned it kind of differently as different choices. And what I understand it as now is a lot of things needing to be healed. And what I'm seeing here is that there are things still beneath the surface that need to be healed, but there are also things that have been healed and that are starting to resonate with light more in your partner. So what I'm getting from this card is really that there are still things that need to be healed, but there are things that have healed within your partner as well, as far as how they're coming towards you. So it's showing you that they're coming forward towards you, working through their stuff and trudging along as they go. Okay, so now we're going to look at can see that fairly well. Yes, okay. The energy of our partner's emotions. And what I'm getting is that it's a mixed bag of emotions, because the majority of this pile, what you're getting right now, is partners from the past coming back. And they're coming back saying, here's your renewed choice because of the work that you've done and the choices that you've made to really align with your true self. We're seeing if this is still a partner because you maybe wish to have them back in the past. Is this a partner that you would really like to have now? And so what I'm getting is that you will likely hear from those in your past over time. And it's up to you to really establish with each one what really makes you happy, and to decide with each partner from your past if that is what you truly desire, if where they're at and where you're at now, and it could be someone who you thought had left, or, oh my gosh, I'm getting has reincarnated as another person. So there's someone, oh my gosh, who left when you were in high school and who passed away and has since reincarnated as someone else. So there may be not a walk-in, but seriously a fairly decent age gap here. But if you sense someone who you meet, who, I really want to cry right now, who you feel a great sense of, I knew you before, and you really remind me of this person, it is possible that someone that left you in your childhood and in high school, throughout your life, if you had friends who passed away earlier in your life, now I'm not talking about like the last few years, I'm not talking about if you're 40 and someone passed away 5 years ago. I'm talking about if you're 40 and someone passed away when you were 15 or something like that. Or 17, something like that. Something in like your high school years, that they have reincarnated again and that they are a future partner if you can embrace the age gap. So it's really people coming back from your past, and that was pretty extreme. But it will also be maybe people that you knew throughout your life, partnerships that maybe just didn't pan out at the time, whether or not they had to move or didn't end up moving to be where you were, or things like that. The relationships that kind of eluded you. You can see in this card, he's kind of reaching up. And so in the past, it was kind of eluding you, but these relationships are cycling back around as a possible relationship for you in the future. It may be someone that you met at a concert that you realized there was an age gap there, and they're saying, yes, there is, but it's not insurmountable, and that would be a future partner for you. The question is that one that you desire, or not? And you want to just be clear with each relationship that comes in, not to leave them hanging out there, and to be clear about the status of each person. So for each person that comes into your life, you want to be clear whether they're a friend or a lover or a potential lover, or an acquaintance, and to not set out there partners who would be thinking, maybe that's something, maybe I could do that in the future. You want to be clear as things cycle back around with each person. So let me know in the comments if you have people that are coming back around from your past that you're seeing. And it doesn't have to do with Mercury retrograde. It has to do with the choices and how you've renewed yourself, and how you can see the partners of your past now and how they play out in your life. And we have the Hierophant card, and it's showing that he looks to me to be pointing to a heart, to be very clear about where they resonate. Is this someone that you see a true love connection with? Someone that you could truly grow on your spiritual journey and really evolve into a more amazing relationship. And you can see the rainbows in this card. So the potential is out there for the love union that you want. You just have to be clear in the maze of all the people that are out there, what each one means to you. And I said this before, but it's the energies that are out there right now. And any time that you have a partner in your life, or a potential partner, or someone who thinks they could be a potential partner, you want to be clear and set boundaries within yourself. And if you're resonating with pile number 3, you are not into multiple partners or multiple intimate partners, but really exploring each person as they come forward to their full potential and deciding, letting them show you who they are, letting them show you what your path together could look like, and then deciding what they mean to you. And if it's friends, it's friends. If it's acquaintances, it's acquaintances. But if it isn't a love relationship that you truly desire, if that is not your ultimate love relationship, then make sure that you don't leave out there that maybe it could be. Because if you're resonating with pile number 3, that's not going to work for you. You have to be clear with the universe exactly what you want, because you are manifesting things very quickly. Okay. Then we have the Lovers. So this is what I was talking about, and it's the people from the past. So you have the opportunity for a true love union and really working through and healing yourself with another. And it has to do, the Hierophant card as well, is the lessons that you have learned in life. And usually I channel this as a spiritual leader and teacher and connecting with the heaven and the earth. And it's really about understanding the lessons and really letting the universe know that you learned each one of these clearly, and that you understand anything less than the ultimate love connection is not something that you truly desire, because you have a choice. And that is ultimately what the Lovers card is. And I love this Lovers card. You can see that it's 2 people. They're shrouded in butterflies, and those look to be apples or roses. Anyway, beautiful trees, and there's a cup there as well. You can see they are, above them appears to be a heavenly angel with the sun behind them. So the choice on your true love and your true partner is out there. You want to say clearly in every action that you have, and every text that you send, and everything that you write, and everything that you say, and everything that you do, this is what I desire. When something comes up that you don't desire, that's okay. You just say, I have a different preference. I prefer something different. And that's the best way to let the universe know that what you really want. So I know this is traversing away a bit from the question, which was, what do we need to know about our current emotions of our partner? But what you need to know is that there are several partners out there. And that is ultimately kind of what a 7 of Cups shows as well. That what they're wanting me to give the message from this card now is you will have partners coming towards you that are still having a lot to heal. You will also have partners coming towards you that are in a much more healed state. And it's up to you to recognize that, let the universe know when you recognize that, and to not accept a partner who is not in a healed state, because that's not the energies that you want to be manifesting. If you're resonating with pile number 3, you want someone who is ultimately ready and willing to step up, be in the relationship that you desire, and truly support you on your journey. And so allow that to happen by recognizing those people in your life for what they are. And then we have the Devil card. And the Devil card is showing that there will be some of those partners in lower energies that are still demonstrating that what they're truly chasing after in life are things of fortune and fame, and truly chasing things of wealth. And it's not to say that wealth isn't wonderful, but when all you're focused on is making money and not focused upon nurturing the relationships of your life, you want to make sure that you recognize those energies in your life. So you will have some partners that are coming forward towards you, and they will show you great love. They will have great passion for you, versus other ones that may have great passion for multiple people. And it's up to you to set the universe in motion to show them what it is that you want to attract, what it is that you desire in your life. Because if you're resonating with pile number 3, you know how to understand these energies, and you want to make sure that you're recognizing them fully. So they want me to give you some specific messages with this one as well. I'm getting, there's one that you may encounter, and the image they're giving me is of a... They're giving me one that I saw in a video. It was a pink Ferrari with green stripes, or a green Ferrari with pink stripes, something like that. So when you see someone who's driving a car like that, really dive into that person and say, is this the man that I could see myself spending the rest of my life with and moving forward on my journey? Is this a man who would support me? And I'm getting this with a male in a pretty high-end sports car. Is this a man who I would see myself living with and being happy with? And are they on the same sort of journey, or are they willing to be? Are they willing to open their mind to the journey that I've been on? And if you meet someone, they're showing me a yellow canary. I don't know if that means something to someone. In the speaking, if you feel as though they are not speaking their truth, if they're saying things like, oh yeah, I love doing that, and I love doing that, and they really don't, and they're just saying that to be people-pleasing towards you, if they're saying, yes, I love going to the farmer's market, but you're getting the sense that they've never actually been to the farmer's market and they don't know what that means, then that's someone who is in a different energy than one that you truly want in your life. If you're finding ones, I'm getting also that they are willing to overgive to the relationship. That is another one that's a pretty clear symbol. So if they're willing to, like, if they lived in another town and maybe you were like an hour away, and they're always willing to drive to you and they're never asking you to make the effort, you do want to put in the acknowledgement, like, I'm willing to give equally to the relationship. It doesn't even have to be the driving part. Maybe they do the driving and you do the paying for dinner or something like that. But anyone who is over giving to the relationship, that's also someone who is not in the state that you're looking for, because you want to have an equal give and take in your relationships, and you want to recognize when someone is feeling stuck and like they can't do that, if they are over communicating, if they need to be in constant communication. Now, there is a certain sense of having those conversations and saying, and standing up for yourself and letting the universe know what you want and seeing how they respond to that. So saying, I appreciate that you are the type of person that likes to communicate 5 times a day. I really value my time and I value our relationship, but once or twice a day is really enough for me. And maybe we can schedule time to talk a couple times a week as well if they were texting you 5 times a day. Maybe we do a video call once a day to really connect or something like that, and see how they respond to that. And if ultimately you're like, that's not a way that I want to communicate, I would prefer a different way of communication, and their response to that is then that they choose to kind of say, well, you're not, I was the one always giving to the relationship, and you're not giving me what I need, and that sort of thing, then you're going to know that that's not the partner for you. So communication is another clear way. Another one that I'm getting is walking. So if you are walking a clear path and you see someone who's really struggling and veering off in their own lane and really not being true to their self, and I'm getting someone who is really into like clickbait type of energy, you're gonna know if that's the type of products that they're putting out into the world, that's not the one for you, because there's a way of balancing that energy and putting out quality content without putting so much bait out there that isn't really valuable and true to what it is that they're creating. Hopefully that made sense. So it's really about recognizing the people as they come into your life. So there will be people who are mesmerized by you, is what I'm getting. But that doesn't mean that that's the person for you. It means that you need to decipher if the way that they're giving and taking from the relationship resonates with the type of giving and taking that you know that you want in a relationship that is stable and anchored as well in love and not grief. And I have the Star card. So as I said, not grief, we got the Star card. So what I'm getting here is that there are many ones coming back around that you may have been trying to help. If you're resonating with pile number 3, your soul archetype may be that of a healer. And if you have resonated to your highest potential that you can in every moment, then you are no longer wanting to, sorry, this is a beautiful card and I realized, yeah, I can't show that on YouTube. So you're realizing that these partners from the past were showing you things that you now understand was very karmic in nature, meaning that it was choices that they needed to make in their life that you were trying to help them with. And right now, the relationship that you're looking for has kind of transcended, has transcended that karma. So that's no longer a relationship that you wish to have in your life. So, stepping into the pool of true enlightenment is what I'm getting here. And so if you recognize those that are still in karmic cycles, and by being around you, they're still showing you that, they're still showing you anger and not even recognizing or owning it in some cases. If they are saying, well, then I don't ever want to see you again. If you can't be in a relationship with me and what I want, then I think that it's time that we sever things completely. You're going to be like, okay, that's fine. And I respect us ever being friends, and that's all. Just make sure you're clear with each partner. Because if you are a true healer archetype, you may have felt in the past that you were really working through a lot of karmic relationships. And this cycle is coming back around to show you what that was, and for you to clearly stamp out to the universe for this life and every other what it is that you truly desire in a relationship. And that is the Judgment card. So it's reviewing the things of the past. And if you look at this, you can see it looks kind of like a shaman energy to me, and the drape over her back. There is, however, a tornado underneath and a rainbow up front, and you can see the bear energy, which is ancient energy roaming the earth. And I would call this the phoenix rising from the ashes. Oh my goodness. So this is really showing in the past that you are letting the universe know. A review is what the Judgment card is of your life and actions you've taken towards yourself and others. And really a life review of those past relationships. And it may not be the exact people from your past. It may also be people in similar behaviors that are coming into your life. And it doesn't have to be all the same behaviors. It could be that you had a long distance relationship in the past. And so Spirit brought you another long distance relationship to say, is this something that you truly want? And if it's not, let the universe no, it's not. That is not what I truly desire. I'm going to let this person know that I like them. I like their personality. I really saw that we could have had a future, but I don't want to have a relationship that's only long distance, and set that clearly for them. No, we can't move forward because of how you're choosing to prioritize your life. I'm getting of how you're choosing to prioritize your work over really making changes in your life in order to be able to be with me. And that is not something that I truly desire in my life. It may also be what they're eating. And if they're trying to encourage you to eat things that you really have let go of, that's, it's fine for you to have a different lifestyle, but you may start to recognize different people. And if they were on the carnivore diet and you were a raw vegan, for example, I'm not saying that you need to change your diet or anything like that. I'm just saying, if that was the type of difference that the universe is showing you, you need to say, no, and I recognize other things as well. This lifestyle that they're leading, and they've been clear that that's what they want to truly be on, isn't for me, and I let them go, and I let them know that clearly. So there's going to be, you can see a rainbow, many of those ones coming forward into your life. But there are also flowers blooming here. So there are ones that are going to be in the darker energy, but there are also those that are going to be in the star, in the healing energy. And it's up to you to recognize the difference. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is really showing, and this is an interesting one, especially for me and what the wolf has meant to me. It's really showing moving forward with your partner and healing together. And that's really what we're doing here. And the lesson here is understanding that you are very wise and that your partner may still be working through, you can see they are covered in a cloak, so they may still be working through their own spiritual enlightenment journey. That's likely what you're going to find, and that's okay, but it's about moving forward on your path and healing together. So you might find people who you resonate with, and they are starting to open up to spirituality. They're opening up to hearing what it is that you have to say. They may have never been on a spiritual journey before, but maybe they knew to place garlic under the seat of their car to repel evil spirits, and they're willing to have an open mind and hear what it is that you have to say. That was a specific message for someone. But it's really about, is that person and worth exploring? And I'm getting that they are, and that they are a potential match for you. You just need to be clear to the universe what you like and what it is that you would prefer to be different. And I would encourage you to do that less on a physical aspect and more in their behaviors towards you. If they asked you, for example, I had this come up. It was, I had one who was over communicating with me, and I was like, I can't communicate with you in this way. And I then had someone show me and ask me, how is it that you prefer to communicate? And be that in your work life, with your family, or with a partner, to be clear on how it is that you prefer to communicate. And if they say, hey, do you prefer if I communicate with you every day? What is it that you prefer? Make sure you tell them the truth, because that's letting the universe know, I preferred something different, and now the universe is letting me choose something different. And that is a profound thing that can happen as you're really manifesting the life that you truly desire. So if, for example, you're driving along and they say, do you like having the windows down? And you don't, it totally messes up your hair. Then say, I love the idea of it, but I really don't, because ultimately it causes my hair to get unruly. So I'd kind of prefer most of the time if we don't. Be honest about it, because that's setting a preference. I don't know if that goes along with the yellow Ferrari or not, but that is just something. Let the universe know in every step. If someone's asking you what you prefer, make sure you tell them. Or if they don't ask and it's something that they're doing, communicate your own needs clearly. All right. Then we have the King of Cups. I love this card. And this is showing us that there will be partners that you have that are coming forward as options. And those would represent the cups at the top of the Seven of Cups, of the things that are out there, of the choices and the things that need to be healed. That would be the King of Cups, right? So we have the Devil energy below, but we also have the King of Cups energy above. And it's really recognizing that. And I'm getting that the aquatic nature of this card is very telling. So someone coming into your life who is very attuned to fishing, and really liking to spend time in nature and being in touch with their emotions. So the ones who are able to truly express to you how they feel, how they think about you, and to let you know that they are willing to make accommodations for you in their life. Those are going to be the King of Cups energy, or the King of Cups energy is correct. And to really recognize when those people come into your life and to say, that is what I truly prefer. That is what I really want. Someone who is in tune with their emotion and who is ready to be in an emotionally stable relationship and give lovingly towards you. And it doesn't have to be a man, it can be a female as well. But someone who shows you their emotions, who isn't unwilling to show you how they feel, who is ready and willing to tell you how they feel, to show you how they feel, to shower you with their emotions, and to not keep them hidden within themselves. And I'm getting that the ones in these energies are the ones that you really need to let the universe know when you recognize them and say, that is what I truly desire. And to let them know and to say, I love it when you tell me how you feel. I love it when you share with your day about me. I love it when you share your life with me. I love when you're completely upfront about what you're doing and share with me about your journey. I love that you told me about how it is that you're coming towards me, and all of those things. And when you let the universe know that and tell them that, that is letting the universe know your preference. And whether or not that relationship pans out or not, it's letting the universe know, that is what I prefer. So the way that the King of Cups feels towards you and that option coming towards you is very loving, very supportive, very genuine, very heartfelt. He feels a great amount of passion towards you, but it is not an overly amount of passion. It's an amount that is a normal amount that you would show a partner, and that doesn't have anything to do with the amount of intimacy that you're sharing. It has to do with, are they being genuine, or was it just pure love bombing and they were doing it with multiple people? And the King of Cups is showing that he only has eyes for you, and he really only has within himself, He is a very heart-centered within all of the different aspects and the signs, which to me represent the different planetary alignments and places that you've been and understood that he is coming into alignment with himself in many different ways and aspects of himself, to be able to truly anchor the divine energy within himself, which is what we're all trying to do. The other energy they want me to share with that card is that there is a great deal of wealth also they want you to recognize within some partners. And that does mean a different thing than the devil energy. They can be very wealthy, they can be very abundant, but be in a completely different energy towards you and wanting to share with you and let you know that they are looking for a strong and stable relationship, and that they truly want to have a meaningful, energetic relationship and moving forward with you, which is different than someone who is showing that what their main focus is wealth and prosperity and letting others know that they have options and things like that. So you want to just be clear and recognize those energies, but it is not that wealth necessarily means that they are not a partner that would be a good choice for you. All right, then we have the Knight of Cups. And this Knight of Cups is showing a man who is really holding a cup high above. And this one is showing you a unicorn with the horn on its head. You can see down here, there's the maze, and it's really up to you. You can see there are like angel wings coming out from him, truly a unicorn and a true cup of love there, but there is a maze beneath. So this is showing you I'm getting a masculine energy here that is truly coming forward towards you, and it has been a maze of his life and his journey to be able to find you, but he has truly emerged within himself as a wonderful masculine being who is truly anchoring love within himself, and he is really able, willing, and ready to offer you his true cup of love. So they want you to recognize this man when he comes forward. And what I'm getting is it's going to be different for each of you, but you will know in your soul. They will give you a clear sign who this man is to you, who this man is. And I think you will recognize that it's someone who's been on a journey, someone who has been on a spiritual journey. So some of the other ones are options. They are options that would be, there it is, decent options and healed beings. But there is one who truly rises triumphant above the others. And that is one who has been on a spiritual journey. They may have been on YouTube talking about this. They may have been talking with others about it and really spreading the knowledge and awareness of spirituality into a point where you've been on a huge spiritual journey as well. And you're like, wow, is this man out of my league? And the answer is absolutely not. The reason they were brought into your life is because they are searching for the same sort of partner that you are, and recognizing those energies of people that were sort of healed over people that are really trying to be the best version of their self in every way, in their thoughts and their words and their actions and their everyday choices. And this man is one that you want to recognize. He might drive a minivan. He might have children. I'm getting a picture of a red minivan driving up with children and say, hey, I'm here. I'm the one. This is my cup of love and I'm ready to go. Are you? And you want to truly recognize this man in your life as a truly triumphant being who has overcome things similar to you, as your true knight in shining armor coming forward towards you and coming in with an offer of love. And they want you to know that there may be many offers of love, but you want to recognize the one who you recognize as a true, genuine counterpart is one that you have envisioned as a true spiritual partner who's ready and willing to embrace your journey as well as their own and incorporate you into their life in every way, to make sacrifices for you the same way that you would make sacrifices for them, And what that means is maybe where you were living, maybe where it is that you were planning on living in the future. Maybe it means leaving the place that you were, or him moving from where he was and you moving and moving together to a new place together. It's really about recognizing the divine love coming into your life. And I'm getting a yellow sports car again, and it's saying, don't let that yellow sports car intervene in your life. Don't let the ones who are showing you that they are driving fancy cars elude you, because the man who drives the red minivan is more wealthy in more ways than you could even imagine. So thank you. That's it. I just leave you with the message. I hope that resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments if the sports car and the canary really resonated with you. Thank you.